In this video, we will look at distributed tracing using OpenTelemetry in the Avassa platform. So this video accompanies the blog post that I wrote, so you will find the same details in that blog post. But in this video, I will click through what I've done to create that blog post, basically. The first thing I did was I created an application specification for a Jaeger instance that looks like this. So it's a Jaeger all-in-one straight from Docker Hub. What I've added is I've enabled OTLP, so OpenTelemetry. I've also opened up a number of ports. In this video, we will be using this port. This is the UI for Jaeger, and this one is the OpenTelemetry endpoint in Jaeger. So let's go back here. As you can see, I've deployed this guy to a site called Stockholm Cluster. If I expand it here, you can see that it got an ingress address that is this particular address. So in this tab, I've actually opened up that address on that particular port, and that gets me into the Jaeger UI. And I haven't run anything lately, so there are no traces in this one. Let's go back to the control tower. One thing that I want to show you is this is, of course, optional. If I click this one, I can get the state, and if I scroll down a bit here, you can see the same information, but it also shows you the complete DNS record for this ingress address. So I'll copy this one, and then we're going to look at the actual application. So again, same as in the blog post, it's the theater room manager application. If I scroll down a bit here to the environment for the projector operations and the digital assets manager, let me hide this one. I'll set an environment variable. This is standard for OpenTelemetry. And what I've done is I've added the DNS entry that I just copied and put that as the OTLP endpoint. So both on the projector operations and for the digital assets manager. So let's go back here. Again, this is also deployed in the Stockholm cluster. If I expand this one, you will see that it got an ingress IP of .110. So I'll make a copy of that. Now I'm going to switch over to my terminal and do a curl call. So I do a curl to HTTP, and this guy is listening on port 22,000. And yeah, I need to pass in a movie name. So let's do June again, as we did in the. So now it says I'm not allowed to start the movie June. And hopefully now, if I go back to the Jaeger UI and I click Find Traces, we can now see that I got an incoming request that involves both the Digital Assets Manager and the Projector Operations. So let's click this one. Start Projector is the name of the function in my code. Again, if you go to GitLab.com, Avassa public, movie theater demo, you can actually find the code for this particular demo application in here. I won't double click on that in this video. And expanding here, so there is an incoming call to the start projector. That is basically the curl call that in its turn is doing a HTTP request to the Digital Assets Manager function called show movie. And not much to see here. There are a couple of logs and so forth. You can see the duration of the calls and so forth. Of course, you can get the logs that this code produces. So with that, it's pretty simple to get an application up and running if it uses the OpenTelemetry SDK. If you want to drop in a Jaeger using our platform, that is equally simple. So that kind of concludes the video. Thank you.